host of Cinco's. This is episode number 115. This week we cover the unbearable weight of massive talent. But before we get into it, as always, I'm your host, David.
And I'm shocked that you didn't stumble over that title.
Okay, and the other guy laughing is Ben. All right, so what? No faith? What's going on?
You've tripped over shorter, more easy to say things than that.
That's true, but it's mostly just because of the fact I know nobody's paying attention at that point.
See, you just did it.
No, because I was thinking about our outro whenever I talk about. I'm going to be thinking about it the entire time now.
Now you're talking very deliberately, like I'm choosing
going to say these words very carefully. I don't know. So, outside of the movie of this week, Stu, what else have you seen?
Shoot. What was I watching? Oh, kind of along the lines of our movie of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I watched Face Off.
Oh, you watched some of the required watching before
material, yeah. Not that I haven't seen it before. I just hadn't seen it in forever. So
you know, when you said, you know, along the lines of what we watched this week, you know, I in my mind I visually was, you know, playing darts on a gigantic board of Nicolas Cage titles, and I was like, I bet it's Face Off. Damn, bullseye! Holy shit!
Nailed it. Joke's on you. They're all Face Off.
I think I wrote all the references that were mentioned, like the ones. I don't know if I got all of them, but we could talk about that later for the. During our
I watched that. I was gonna watch The Rock also, but I ran out of time. But that is on my to watch list again.
Okay. What about you, Ben?
I started the final season of Better Call Saul.
Stu, are you caught up with that as well?
It's on TV right now?
Yeah.
Or it's like AMC?
Yeah.
I have only seen what's on Netflix, so I have not started watching it yet.
Oh. But you are caught up pretty much all the way. All you need to do is watch the new season.
Except for this new current season. So
okay.
Yeah.
How many episodes in are they, Ben? Is this the first one was last week, right?
First two.
They released two back to back.
Yeah.
For me this past week, I actually binged watched the first two seasons already.
Wait, have you never seen it?
I've never, and
oh, wow.
It is really, really good. I remember sitting here listening to it. You guys were talking about it previously after Breaking Bad was over, around the time we were watching El Camino.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I've been meaning to watch that, but I wanted to kind of go in with fresh eyes. I didn't want to remember what you guys had said. So it's been a good while. And then they announced the final season. I was like, oh, it's probably a good time for me to try to get caught up at this point. So it hasn't felt like I've watched a lot. Like, I think I start watching them probably around right after work is over, around 7 o'clock. And then by the time I finish watching, I don't realize that it's 2 a.m. I'm like, oh, that's just another episode. Oh man, this is so good. I want to.
He's like, yep, that's yeah, it's 2 o'clock right now, but you know they're only like 40 minutes, so like by the time this one ends, it'll be like 2:45.
Be 3, right?
It won't even be 3 yet, so like it's still fine.
I've definitely had that exact internal monologue a couple of times the last couple of nights, going, well, it's already past 1. I might as well finish this one, and I'm like, slightly past 2. I can finish one more, and we can get to the end of the season. So,
I mean, going to bed at 2:15 is the same as going to bed at 2:55.
That's right. What am I gonna do with those extra 35 minutes of sleep, anyway? So, yeah, no, that's been the struggle that I've had. Luckily, the seasons are only 10 episodes, right? They don't change.
You know what? I actually don't remember.
I just know the first 2 for sure. I checked it. I was like, oh, okay, it's not that.
I don't remember for sure,
but wow, it is so good. I loved watching Breaking Bad, and Irene's been sitting down and watching some of them with me. She falls asleep for most of it since it's way past midnight most of the time by the time we're watching the last couple episodes. But she's like, oh, this is really good. Is this anything like Breaking Bad? And part of me wants to remember Breaking Bad as better, but I don't think it is. Like the story is great, but I feel like some of the things that you guys were talking about, the way it's shot and a lot of the like tricks that he learned during I forgot the name of the director that he did while shooting Breaking Bad, he kind of applied to this, and the storytelling element is really really good, and it's very very engrossing um, as I explained based on my sleeping patterns the last couple of days. So hopefully I'll be caught up by the end of the month, and hopefully we'll be halfway through the season. I'll be able to get caught up with you guys. So that's what I've been watching. All right. Anything else? Any other thoughts, Ben?
Well, okay. Let's go into the Better Call Saul spoilers section.
Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I will be exiting out of this at this point.
So my favorite part of Better Call Saul is when he died.
Well, I mean, okay.
How did they keep doing the show after, Saul died, halfway through the first...
Shut up.
It's like Metal Gear. It's like Snake Eater. When you die, it's like, oh no, paradox.
Oh yeah. Wait, is that who...
no, shut up. Shut up.
Is that who Pliskin is?
I think one of the biggest problems with watching the show after watching Breaking Bad is you kind of have an idea of where the plights are for most of these characters, right? Because it's like, oh, this looks like it's really bad, but you recognize a lot of them from that show. And I'm like, well, if the timelines follow this, logically speaking in my head, they can't die from this, right?
Yeah, but I think that kind of what makes it so great. Right now, it's doing such a good job at building
up to it.
Yeah, it's like you know the characters in Breaking Bad, and Breaking Bad takes place in the future, and there's all these sets of characters that that are a part of Better Call Saul, and so even up till now, it's definitely like, it's that dread, that's coming. You know like what the ultimate outcome of it is, and you're just clenching the whole time, like I don't really want to do this.
Yeah, I think the absence of the characters in Breaking Bad that we're introduced to in Better Call Saul adds to that, like, oh my god, like all these characters
what
that
happened
care about, what happened to them, they're not anywhere in Breaking Bad. So yeah, so I think that's the part that's really interesting.
Yeah,
I think it's mostly just because I really liked Armentrout in Breaking Bad, and then here it's really hard not to root for him, and I'm just thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, I know what happens to you. So how do we get to this point? And I'm like, maybe I just never watch Breaking Bad ever again, and he just stays here, right? It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, just tell someone who's never seen Breaking Bad, just watch Better Call Saul. And then
That's
stop.
the hardest part of watching this. It's hard for me to watch this with Irene because she's like super nervous, and in my back of my head, she's like looking at me going, why are you so calm? I'm like, he'll be fine, because I know how he dies, and it's not here.
It's probably would probably make for a really good viewing experience for someone who's never seen either to start with Better Call Saul and go into
Is it right? Because it's prequel and then the main event essentially, right?
Because then they'd be super attached to like characters like Mike.
Yeah.
And so
oh, I know. Whatever. Okay. But yeah, no, I definitely can see things through her eyes, and she's just kind of like she's so anxious about certain situations that have come up, and I was just like, nothing. It's fine. He'll be okay. He'll make it out. He'll figure it out. Okay. All right. That's enough of that. Ben, you said you didn't see anything else, right?
Nope.
Okay. So we'll just jump over to our box office rundown really quick. At number 1, no surprise, is The Bad Guys with $23 million. Number 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Woo!
Number 3, down from number 1, is Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore.
Woo.
Number 4, the movie for this week, The Northman, at $12.2 million. Woo. Number 5, our movie of this week is The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Woo. Number 6, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Woo!
Oh
number 7, The Lost City. Number 8, Father Stu. What? Come on, Stu. You couldn't even. All right, number 9 down from number 6, Morbius, and number 10 down from number 7, Ambulance. Falling out of the top 10 is The Batman and Uncharted, which I think this week is coming to Blu-ray, I believe, tomorrow on Tuesday, April 26th.
It got released on HBO Max last week, I believe.
Was it HBO Max? I thought it was just on. It was video on demand.
Video on demand, HBO Max. Yeah. I mean,
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I watch it on HBO Max, so.
Which one?
Batman.
Uncharted.
Oh
no,
yeah,
no,
Batman's
I'm talking
on
about
HBO.
Uncharted.
Who
No,
the fuck's
Batman.
talking about
Yes.
Uncharted.
Why would I
Well,
watch
because
that?
that's the
What the
one
fuck?
I just said they fall out not top 10. Ben, I know that you're interested in this. Sing 2 is now number 14, up from 15. From last.
Woo! Matthew McConaughey, you can't miss.
Okay.
Just
Stu,
a
could I
quick-
interest you in some singing animals?
No. What I can interest you in though in
Spider-Man No Way Home update?
Yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home update. It is still in theaters near me. So
What? Oh wow.
So we
okay.
are good. We are good so far on the wager. How long do I have? Next week is
Yeah, it's next week, next Thursday.
all right. If I look it up, we'll find out the week after. Well, I'll have to check the day of Thursday.
And Stu is going to try to watch it the same day.
I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to go get a stub and have proof. Show you the receipts.
Nah, that's fine. You could just screenshot the day as long as I can see. That's fine.
Oh my God, Doctor Strange steals the ball with a second left, and
Goddamn NBA
he goes up for
rules.
takes a shot from 3/4 court. There's no chance in hell it goes in. He's fouled, and he's fouled. That's how it's gonna end for you, Stu. That's how it's gonna feel.
I gotta put a reminder to check the movie, the show times on Thursday next week.
He's gonna check it on Thursday, and it's gonna be like that's when they turned it over. They're like, no one's still gonna want to watch this, right? So we're just gonna
that's
populate.
when Photoshop comes into play.
Populate every single theater with Doctor Strange 2. Man, somebody really wants those the chicken sandwich. Okay,
I do.
All right. So speaking of Batman, Ben, that you were mentioning, right? You saw it on HBO Max.
Mhm.
So there have been a number of films that have been released on HBO Max. In their first week, there are 5 in the top 5. Which one has been on top? And I'll give you the 5. The Batman, The Suicide Squad, Dune, Mortal Kombat, or Matrix Resurrections. Number 1 most viewings in the first week when it's on its release on HBO Max.
Batman.
Stu?
Is the question who has the most?
Who has the most in the first week?
I'll also go the Batman.
You were both incorrect. It is Mortal Kombat.
Why?
So it beat it out with 4.3 million views in the first week. The Batman beats Suicide Squad, Dune, and The Matrix, of course. It's like tied for second. It's just 4.1 million in the first week.
How is that more? What?
I think it's because of the timing, right? There was nothing else coming into theaters. It kind of made it was like the first major big film that we reviewed on HBO Max. That's the only thing I can think of. Snyder, I think I was looking. Let me see if I can find the article really quick. But yeah, the essentially what they were talking about was the fact that it was very, very surprising that. Let me see if I can find it. Jeez. Oh, by the way, Spider-Man No Way Home makes $610 million for Sony. Specifically. No, just this week. No, in total.
Oh.
Where's that? Okay, here it is. So, 4.1 for the Batman, Suicide Squad with 3.5 million, Wonder Woman 1984, 3.2 million, Zack Snyder's Justice League 2.2 in the first week. And then the Batman also outperformed the Matrix Resurrections with 3.2, Dune with 2.3 million, and then the only movie that it's behind is 4.3 was Mortal Kombat.
Ugh.
I'm surprised that King Richard's not even on this list somewhere.
Not even Mortal Kombat's so high up on the list. Not only is it high up on the list, it's number 1.
But I mean, most of the people who have already seen the I'm pretty sure if they release the Batmans directly on HBO Max,
Oh,
I'm
for
sure
sure.
that number's not even close. Like that would be like 10 million plus.
Wait, did they only do Mortal Kombat on stream or was it in theaters? I don't
I
remember.
think it was in theaters, but it was very brief and it didn't do that great.
I saw it in theaters.
Did you?
I
Did
don't
we watch it in
remember.
theaters?
I have to go back and listen to the episode to see if I had any gripes about my theater experience.
Probably. I mean, come on. Hey, let's flip a double-headed coin. You call it, Stu.
Also, over the past week or so, there has been a new trailer release for Thor: Love and Thunder. Did you guys check out that at all?
Yeah.
Indeed, I did.
Thoughts?
It's a trailer.
It looks like it looks like a Thor movie. It looks like Ragnarok 2 almost.
Yeah, and
is it directed by Taika again?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's got Russell Crowe and Christian Bale. Well, Christian Bale wasn't in the trailer, but Russell Crowe was.
Well, I didn't even see Russell Crowe.
Oh, he was Zeus or whatever.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't really pay attention that much to him.
Okay.
I saw Zeus. I just thought it was like whoever.
Oh.
Well, Gladiator.
Yeah.
Well, also in Marvel news, there was a release of the new Avengers 5 trailer. I didn't know we started adding numbers to them. Was that real?
Wait,
King
what?
Wars?
What the
What
fuck
kind
are
of
you
Chinese propaganda shit are you talking
I'm
about?
just asking because I didn't know. I just saw a leak. That was it. I don't know if that's actual or real or not.
Are you just like reading stuff off of like BuzzFeed or some shit, or just
Pinterest?
Nope.
Tumblr?
Movienews.biz.ca. What is that? No, I'm just kidding. CN. No, I'm just kidding. No, I saw somebody posted on Twitter. I just wrote down a note. I was like, did they release one or no? No, right?
no?
Okay, so it's probably somebody, whatever. Okay.
Is it a fan trailer?
I don't know. I didn't watch anything. They said, oh, coming this week or whatever. I did want to ask you guys, Ben, you're caught up on Moon Knight, correct?
Yeah.
What about you, Stu?
I haven't started watching. I keep meaning to start it, but I keep forgetting.
So there was a little bit of controversy in episode 2. Ben, I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about, right? The veiled attempt at speaking Mandarin.
Oh, that? I mean, what are you gonna do? What,
okay.
David? Are you gonna show him up? What? Let's hear it.
No. I don't even know what they said, and I don't think anybody.
David speaks Cantonese.
No, I speak Mandarin.
Oh.
I mean, was that really a controversy? I mean, yeah, he spoke like shit. I don't know any Mandarin or any Chinese, and I knew he was speaking like shit. I mean, you don't need to know Chinese to know what the fuck is he saying.
I'm just trying to get an understanding based on the fact that I don't really have very much background on this particular character. Is it important for him to speak Mandarin or no Chinese at all?
I don't know.
So why even include that in the first place if you're just going to piss off an entire group of people?
Oh man, David's been feeling a certain way about this.
I'm just curious. It doesn't really do anything to progress the story at all. So why even put it in?
I don't know. It was I don't even know if it was for a second. I mean, it just happened. And he just Shi Shi ni.
And it wasn't even that close. I went back and watched it. It wasn't even that close.
Number 5 special. Extra.
No,
Chinese
he should have at least said
food.
Camel hump. Camel's hump. You got any camel's hump here? I don't know. Just it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Why even have it in there in the first place?
Did it bother you in the Rush Hour 2 bloopers when he tried to speak, or Rush Hour 1 bloopers when he tried to speak Chinese?
Absolutely not. Because he was trying, right? And clearly Jackie Chan is sitting right next to him, explaining to him how to say it. And he goes, can't even say 3 words. Right?
3-word Chinese.
Man, you're really gonna hate the rest of the series when Ethan Hawke just speaks complete Chinese.
That would
Except I think when Ethan Hawke does it, I didn't watch it, but I think he takes his hands and squints makes his
honestly, I think I would have preferred that because at least that would have probably made it look like he was like it was supposed to be funny. He was not trying to be funny. He thought he looked like he thought he did a good job, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah, I mean, I got a good laugh out of it when Simu Liu called him out on Twitter. He was like,
He goes, "He needs a better Arthur needs a better Chinese teacher because that was gibberish. Like nobody." I have tried to look up to see what he had said to that because I was like, okay, maybe there's like they're alluding to something later on down the future. I was like, but they've made it so unintelligible. I think they would have been better off just saying "Ching Chong Ling Long Ping Pong." I would have been that would have made way more sense. But I have no idea. I was just curious if you guys knew anything about the character, but okay.
I know nothing about any of these new Marvel characters that
I
are
like it. I like
that are
Moon Knight.
Phase 4 plus.
They've it's not a phase anymore. It's just this is how it this is how it'll be.
It's just post Endgame phase.
Oh, okay. All right. Enough about that. Let's move over to our movie of the week this week. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Ben, you had a special viewing experience of this, didn't you?
I did, but I didn't go.
What? What happened?
Yeah. Well, I mean, no one else could go, and it was in LA, and I would have to get there at 5. So
what was the original plan if one of us said yes?
I mean,
I drop everything and go.
I said yes initially, but then he said, "Oh wait,
There's
Nick
no
Cage isn't going to be there." So
Yeah.
then I was like, "Well, I'm not going to do all that just to listen to the screenwriter."
Yep.
But the screenwriter's Pedro Pascal.
Oh no!
Oh,
Spoilers, David. Jesus.
Wow.
What are you gonna do? Do we even need to do a synopsis for this?
I have one.
Okay, Ben.
It's I guess
I really thought he was just gonna leave it silent.
Okay, well, I have a very short synopsis of the movie. Nothing spoilerly, just a very good short summary. It's a very good.
I think I know what
character-driven.
Go ahead.
I have a feeling I know where he's going.
Character. It has something for everyone.
Mm-hmm. It's got a hook. It's got the trailer shot. It's got.
Well, see, now you're just talking about marketing. It's a story. What was it? Story. Character driven. What was it?
Character driven adult drama.
Very good.
Excellent. All right, Stu, thoughts on The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent was an extremely bearable weight to carry, as it was very enjoyable for me to watch. It was Nick Cage has been killing it the last couple movies he's done with this, and then with Pig, and now this. And it seems like there's a period of a few years at least where the movies he was making were kind of weird, or just didn't get a lot of traction. But I think after watching this and going back and watching Face Off and being reminded of like, man, Nick Cage used to be the guy back in like the 90s and early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Like he had so many like big movies, and then somehow he fell off, but now it seems like he's back. Not that he ever went anywhere.
That's right.
But but yeah, it was great. Nick Cage, I really liked the kind of the meta-ness of the movie, with like Nick Cage playing himself, but everyone else is a character, but it's kind of like real world / not real world. But yeah, everything was great. I loved Pedro Pascal in it. It was great. They had a really good chemistry, I think, and it was just a really, really good movie. Really good. And I think for me, this is like back-to-back 10 out of 10s.
Damn.
All right. What about you, Ben?
I also found this very, very enjoyable. Um, Now, it's not to say that I didn't, it wasn't without its faults for me, though. I think that, well, not to give too much away of the story, I believe that this is covered kind of in the trailer, but there were some action elements to it and somewhat of a side plot. I wasn't in love with that part, mainly because it kind of took away from the Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal element of the movie. That's what really got to me. Um, but when we started just focusing on, the very Pedro Pascal centric storyline that did not involve Nick Cage and vice versa, it was, I don't know if like it really did anything. Like the big draw here was definitely the chemistry between Pedro Pascal and Nick Cage, and this movie, I know this is literally about Nick Cage, but this movie really cemented in my mind the idea that Pedro Pascal can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's really fucking good.
He can ask for anything he wants.
And, yeah, holy shit! Like, holy fuck, I would give my body to him. Oh my god. Like he is. I don't know. It's like getting first introduced to him through Game of Thrones. I'm like, holy fuck, he's really good. As the Red Viper, and it was such a dramatic role and everything. And roles preceding that were also very dramatic. But I think the first time I actually considered him in a comedic capacity was weirdly from Community. He wasn't even in an episode. It was this weird thing where during the pandemic, he stepped in to do a table reading with the cast for like this reunion thing, right? And he filled in for Walter Goggins, who couldn't make it. So he was reading his role, but the problem, okay, so his role should have been very, very, very straightforward. Actually, Walter Goggins' role was like super straight faced. He doesn't even make any jokes. But when he was trying to read his lines, there was literally just the word semen in it, and Pedro Pascal could not stop laughing like a fucking idiot, and he couldn't keep it together. He literally just couldn't get through the lines to say fucking semen. So it was just like it was kind of weird seeing the Red Viper just like giggling like an asshole about the word semen, and looking at this movie in a comedic, this being a romantic comedy of sorts.
A romantic comedy.
This is the best romantic comedy I've seen in a while. Yeah, the Pedro Pascal, I think, really fucking sold it. If I can't really imagine. Well, actually, I could imagine like one other actor maybe being able to sell it, Channing Tatum. But no, I mean Pedro Pascal really sold the shit out of his part, and I don't want to go too much into spoilers because there's a very particular scene where I think he really like nailed himself to the floor on it, But yeah, I with those small qualms, I still think it was a very enjoyable movie. 8 out of 10.
Oh my gosh, Ben, are you gonna keep from having a 10 out of 10 on this?
Oh, fuck you.
now
Fuck you. Hey, I gave a very rational explanation of why I didn't like it. What did you get for the last one? Oh, I don't know. I just didn't like it. That was yours. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Valid reason that you won't share with the listeners, Ben?
What?
What? Oh, are you gonna hide?
Whereas David's excuse last week was kind of ambiguous.
That's exactly what the movie's about.
Your excuse for why you didn't give it a higher score is concrete, which makes it easier to pick apart.
Oh my god!
No, I have to just use abstract ideas.
Isn't that what reviewing movies is about, anyways? Not everybody's gonna love everything. You didn't agree with us on
all at once.
Shut up. I'm giving this one a 10 out of 10. I think this one doesn't take itself too seriously, and it plays into that. I think the biggest trouble that I had throughout the movie, and I'm okay with it, was knowing that Nick Cage plays himself and then everybody else is not. Like, that was hard for me. I was just like, wait, you mean this particular like character isn't named the actual actor that he is or she is? And so I was just like, it was, to me, that was the one thing I had to make sure to kind of separate myself from. I really liked the direction. I really enjoyed it. It made me feel like I wish this had gone to Netflix so that way I could watch it again right after it was over. So this is definitely something I really really enjoyed.
Did it make you feel like you wanted to be a better man?
Ah, Why do you? Is that what you felt like after this,
I
or
mean, like
after
just
everything
like
everywhere
after I
all?
watched Paddington 2, but
You know, funny
I
aside for that, I went to go see this with a couple of friends, of Letty friends, and um,
they
one of
love
the things,
Paddington.
yeah, that was actually the first movie we watched together because her friend, she was very very adamant about Paddington 2 was like the best movie ever made, and we watched it. And it was a very good movie, and you know, going into this movie as soon the build up to or fuck, you know what, I'm not gonna say it.
The reference, well, you could just say build up to the references was great, just because of the fact
Yeah,
that you're.
yeah,
This is a Nick Cage movie about Nick Cage playing Nick Cage, so
yep.
you're clearly going to get a lot of references. I missed a pretty good chunk of them. I don't know which ones I missed, but if you would like to get caught up on the Nick Cage cinematic universe before you watch this one, um, Ben and Stu, you can help me fill in the blanks. I have Guarding Tess, Con Air, Face Off, Paddington 2, Gone in 60 Seconds, Mandy, National Treasure, The Croods 1 and 2, of course. What else was mentioned in this movie? Or that's required watching before watching this one?
did you say The Rock?
Oh, The Rock, sorry.
Uh, I think there was one that was in the well, shit, I can't. Damn it,
Yeah.
spoilers.
Just move on over.
there was
Man.
there was one that I couldn't place it. I think, but yeah, I think that's good enough.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
go
so
back and watch Nick Cage movies from the '90s, and you'll be good.
But it won't make you feel like you should miss him just a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right. We'll jump over to the to our spoiler zone, I guess. All right. Ben, you were Stu. I want to talk about that reference that you were missing. Which one were you saying you had trouble
I feel like
placing?
there was something in the little what do you call
The shrine
the shrine
room.
room? There was something in there that I couldn't quite place it, but I don't remember what it was.
Was it the marbles or the beads or whatever?
No,
No,
the
that's
bead
from the
that
Rock.
was the Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it was up on the wall, like maybe by the chainsaw for Mandy, which that really tickled me when they put the chainsaw up
Yeah.
there. I was like, oh yeah, because I saw that, and only like 20 people saw that movie. So
What's with the sequin pillow? I don't know what that reference is from.
uh, that might. Well, go ahead.
Well, okay. I don't really know what it is, but it was funny that, the person I watched it with, she mentioned that, that she doesn't know what it's from either, but the fact that,
It's
she went to this auction or something and they were auctioning off a very similar
a
sequin
sequin.
design, except it was on a corset or something. Says something. So I don't know.
I
Like it's that exact same pattern where it's like sequin and then you can rub it and then it turns red and everything. It has the same photo of Nick Cage's face on it.
Yeah, it might just be like a meme, like a Nick Cage like meme.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you I think you left out the Wicker Man.
Oh yeah,
Which
the bees.
which
They mentioned the
Oh,
bees.
dang it. How did I miss that at the very
'Cause
end?
at the end, he's like the
Yeah,
bees.
yeah. And he was talking about wait, when does he say his name and then where does that from?
What?
Nicholas, and then he says fuck.
Nick,
Like where does that from?
I think that's just like his alter ego, just being like like
Every Nick Cage like
yeah, like
character smashed
the
together.
Nick
Oh,
Cage
okay.
meme, like distilled into a person.
I'm curious, who else would you have been able, obviously not this particular role because obviously this is tailor made for him, but in a similar role where he gets to play himself and then actually can make fun of himself and kind of plays into it, who else do you think could do a movie like this or should deserve this type of treatment, I guess?
Like a
My first
comeback
thought would be
type
like,
movie,
huh,
like a comeback style movie, or a movie where it's like centered around the actor
memes and
themselves.
stuff like that. I think Keanu would be great in something like that and kind of go through because you have to have a kind of a big um, resume of movies to kind of reference, right? It can't be just like, oh, he's got like 3 or 4 like Shia LaBeouf or something like that, where it's like, yeah, he's kind of a joke at this point, but I don't really care to watch a movie where he's the title character, I guess.
He already had one.
Did he? What movie was that?
Honey Boy.
YouTube videos don't count.
Honey Boy.
Yeah.
Oh, Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
You're talking about Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. Well, I was saying, like, who would you like to have somebody else also have this type of treatment for?
Channing Tatum. I don't care. I'm gonna say it. I know he doesn't have a big filmography. I'll watch it.
He's got a pretty diverse enough filmography. You could probably get away with it, and I think he would
he's
enjoy.
Got something else that's big.
I don't know. How about
Travolta?
Jackie Chan?
Oh, Jackie Chan would be well, but isn't that every movie he's in?
I guess.
Because isn't his reference all kung fu stuff, and there's kung fu?
Are you talking about like having a movie where it's like a lot of references to their past movies?
Yeah, memeing and stuff like that.
Hey, wait, didn't JC or Jean-Claude Van Damme have one?
Did he?
Yeah, it's called
Was it
JCVD.
Street Fighter?
No, it's called JCVD.
Yeah, I think he did.
That wasn't a documentary?
No.
Maybe. How about Tom Cruise?
John Travolta?
John Travolta, also in Face Off.
Tom Hanks.
There you go.
I feel like we've seen a lot of it from like Dan. I don't know why, but I feel like we've seen something from Daniel Radcliffe like
or maybe, how about Bruce Willis?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh, well, I guess kind of sad news about that. Have you all heard about him recently?
Yeah, his memory loss.
Oh no.
No, it's not memory loss. It's kind of worse than that. Well, actually, I don't know if it's worse. Might be equal, but
aphasia, right? Where
he's losing his ability to communicate.
No.
Yeah, so there was like there was this wave of hate for Bruce Willis, for recently, because he was just like phoning it in, literally. He would like call into movies and just like kind of like provide a voice or a cameo. He even gave consent to be represented as a CGI figure in a movie or a commercial or something for Russia. So it got really bad. Like if you look at his filmography from the last like 5 years, it's just straight to streaming. That's it. He had.
So I'm gonna name a bunch of films, and then you tell me if you think he was in one of these. Fortress, Sniper Eye, A Day to Die. No, tell me if they're game titles or it's a movie. Gasoline Alley, Corrective Measures, Vendetta,
movie.
American Siege.
I know Vendetta is one of them.
That Apex.
Oh yeah, that was a movie, because I was gonna make a joke about Apex Legends, but
it's a joke because all of them are movies that he's apparently in.
Yeah, so people were giving a lot of shit about him. And he even got like his own category at the Razzies this year. Worst Bruce Willis movie.
Did they retract that after?
They did, after that news broke out of him having what was it called again?
Aphasia.
Yeah. So according to close sources to him, he had been taking on these projects in very rapid succession because he knew that soon he wouldn't be able to act and wouldn't be able to gain any more money. So
he has
been stockpiling.
Broke is he?
He's not broke, but I mean, after this, he is no longer able to do anything.
Yeah. I mean, can't they just give him royalties every time they play Die Hard on like TBS or something?
Yeah, how is he not a gajillionaire at this point? Because don't they have that one looped in every day at like 7 p.m.?
Yeah.
I don't know. You talk to his his manager or whatever, and you explain to him. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, Mr. Chen.
Mr. Willis, we're just going to need you to come up with another Die Hard, and then just we'll build that in the contract. Yeah, no, it's terrible news. It's really, really sad to hear.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that was a bummer, but
yep.
Anyways, what were we talking about? Massive talent. Okay.
Depressing things. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Ben. Keep them coming.
Jesus.
Okay, well, anyways,
Shut the hell up.
So
Pedro
a basket of kittens drowned yesterday.
And then was exploded.
Yeah. I don't remember where we left off, but I do. I just want to talk about. I think one of the things that I don't remember laughing so hard in a theater in a while, probably since like we saw Starship Troopers riff tracks, um, all those years ago.
Yeah.
But when they were in the scene where they were high on LSD.
oh my god, yes.
And they're escaping from nobody that's nobody that's chasing them, and they get to the wall.
Oh
My god, I was dying. I was trying to like tamper it a little bit because I'm like sitting in the movie theater like in my own row almost, and just like being overly loud laughing. But man, that really that sold me on this movie.
I know that scene has been in like every trailer for the movie, but when it still came up, it's just like, oh my god, like it still hits so well, like Pedro Pascal. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think this movie would have done as well if like Nick Cage didn't have someone as well to play off of as Pedro Pascal in that moment. Like it was so amazing that they were able to just like transition to almost like a stoner comedy at that point. Where Pedro Pascal gave like this amazing paranoid like performance, like the scene where they're like, oh my god, they're looking at us.
Don't look over there, just look, just laugh. And
yeah, like that delivery of the laugh, oh my god, that was gold. I think everything Pedro Pascal did in this movie was complete gold.
Yeah.
I think if there was a single gripe for me, I think that if they were going to recast the what's her name, the ex-wife as Demi Moore in that last scene, I was really hoping that they replaced Nick Cage instead of him playing himself. It would have been like Chris Evans with the beard from I think that would have been really great because it would have been him as, what was the name of the guy from Scott Pilgrim that Chris Evans played?
Lucas Lee.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting. I was really hoping that they would have really went extra meta, just one step, and just tried to make Chris Evans look like Nick Cage, and then have him play that, and then that would have been the ending. I that was the only thing I could say I was like missing, but that's a stylistic choice. I get it. I understand why you would do that, but
that scene really kind of really got me into the movie. And just, I mean, not that I wasn't already interested, although my movie theater strategy lately it kind of backfired on me this time, because I normally would leave my house at like almost at the showtime start, because it takes me about that much time to get to the movie theater and get my concessions and then go to the theater and have the trailers just about wrapped up. But I think I walked in like 30 or like a minute into the movie, and I was like, god damn it. I don't think I missed anything important, but
it's not like you dropped anything either, right?
No, not this time.
Okay, good. That's good. It's always nice to know. Yeah, no, I think this is the one of the last times I heard a lot of like audible laughter in a theater like consistently. Yeah, this definitely was a really great film. Any other thoughts before we wrap this one up?
Well, I don't know, Ben, did you have anything? We kind of had a Bruce Willis downer hour a minute ago.
Man.
But
well, since we're already talking about, I have curious for Ben. Ben, do you know anything about Declan O'Brien?
Declan O'Brien, who the hell's that?
Apparently, everybody's mourning the loss of like this director who directed a bunch of horror films called the Wrong Turn franchise.
Oh, the wrong. Oh, I love Wrong Turn. Yeah. Wait, he died?
It's weird. I don't know why the news went. Yeah, apparently he passed away.
Oh man.
The news came out a couple days ago, but I read the article, and for some reason they said that he passed away on February 16th. So why release the article 2 months later? I was just curious about that. But
dude, where are you getting your news sources?
I got
news.cn.ccp.
the Kremlin new movie review.org. No, wait. So you know that series of movies, the Wrong Turn stuff?
I've seen Wrong Turn 2. It was an interesting horror film, I gotta say.
I get that one mixed up with Last House on the Left.
No, it's not last. Well, okay. I mean, Last House on the Left is a revenge film, right?
Is it?
Isn't it?
I
Is
thought
that the
it
one
was.
with like the really graphic like rape scene?
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
it. That, and then they get revenge,
Oh, okay.
right?
Oh man, Aaron Paul's in it. Damn it, you idiot.
Well, the Wrong Turn is I don't know. It's really weird. It's hard to describe. It's like it's very grotesque and very gory, but also at the same time, it's not like Sam Raimi funny, but it's definitely like what the fuck kind of funny, you know? I guess like a short, like little look into how stupidly grotesque it is. It's like, you know, like these mutated freaks are like hunting these people down, right? And like they string one of them up, like they just caught, like, you know, like live game or something, and like while he's strung up, you know, it's a family of mutated freaks, and they all like cut his throat open, and they're like playing in his blood and everything, and you know, it's like they're like about to take a picture along with it, you know, like, oh, look at this thing we caught, you know.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that.
Dear God, they've made 7 of these.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
It's like the Saw franchise.
Yeah.
Wrong Turn 2, Dead End. Wrong Turn 3, Left 4 Dead. Wrong Turn 4, Bloody Beginnings.
Wrong Turn 5, right where we left off.
Bloodlines,
straight ahead.
wrong.
Wrong Turn 7, turn off the car.
Wrong Turn, we went nowhere.
Wrong turn, make a U-turn.
Into the lake.
That's my dad joke.
Wow.
Okay, bye everybody.
Right. All right. Ben, if you have nothing else, we'll just go ahead and wrap up this episode.
Yeah? Why is everyone asking me specifically about stuff? Am I supposed to say something?
I don't know. I thought
you're our
you
resident expert for directors, producers. But if I asked like, you, who do you know?
No, but see, that wasn't relevant to the movie we're talking about. So
I felt like most of the conversation we had.
Yeah, I'm trying to steer it back towards the movie.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? You didn't want to talk about more depressing movie news?
No,
you're right. So, did you know that Tom Hanks was actually supposed to be in the new Lightyear movie?
Oh,
wait, he's not?
No, I just made that up. I don't know. It's the post-credit scene where Buzz crashes down on a planet at some time in the past, and he hears a far-off yell in the distance, crying for help. He runs over.
There's a snake in my boot.
Yeah.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
And it's Aaron Paul.
I don't know if I'd be mad at that.
Chris Evans x Aaron Paul.
All right. So join us next week as we cover The Northman in our movie of the week. As always, I've been your host, David.
And I'm Stuart. Woo!
And
Cage.
And fuck the Nets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Their season is now over. Yes, they did.
Idiots. That makes me so happy.
So don't forget to like and subscribe wherever you're getting your podcasts at. We're available on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, Google, and Apple Podcasts. And also check us out on Twitch at twitch.tv/Dos1/2 Don't forget to tip your Reiki Masters. Wow. Stay safe out there, and we will see you guys on the next one.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.